Alright, looks like we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Prospects eRacing League. And it makes you guys question, why did I get that notification about Prospects eRacing League? They don't normally go live on a Friday evening. Well, here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be testing out the GT7 race here tonight. A pre-season testing for the season start, which is going to be mid-April, if I do believe. If not, it's going to be near May. However, commentators here tonight, as always, Justin or Just Gaming, however you guys prefer. And I'm actually here with the league admin of Folksy. How you doing, my man?
What's up, man? I'm doing really good. Really excited to see the drivers out today. Yeah, obviously brand new game. Stepping away from F1 for a moment. We want to see these drivers do well. Obviously, special liveries will be coming up. Different cars will be in the game and in the streams. This is just pre-season, so they can use any cars. Also, we'll have. I'm just going to explain a bit more detail about this league. We're going to have a 15-season race. Obviously, it's not like F1 where like there's like all the same tracks. There's different tracks. So I've had a look tracks. What's going to be good. So yeah, pre-season. So we've got one today on Friday, and then on Sunday, the 3rd April, there's also going to be one. So obviously every driver, I had a chat with everyone before the race, and every driver is looking forward to it. They're saying they can't wait to drive in GTA and GT7. So yeah, what's your thoughts on this Just Gaming, or Justin?
Well, I love this this concept. I love that Prospects is going to be moving into Gran Turismo, one of my favorite games racing wise ever since back in my PlayStation 2 days of Gran Turismo 3, where it gives me a little bit of nostalgia. Of course, if you guys just bear with us, the lobby in Gran Turismo 7, it has been a bit finicky ever since release date. But still, it looks like these drivers are going to be giving it their all, even though it is only pre-season testing, as it's going to be testing out the driver skills here at the Nurburgrin Grand Prix layout. And that's the one thing about Gran Turismo as well, actually. So we've always been Formula 1 of Prospects, and with Gran Turismo, gives these drivers a little bit of an extra concept, a little bit of extra testing, new cars, new scenarios, familiar tracks, and some new tracks, of course. So we're going to be seeing a whole other spectacle when it comes to the normal Formula 1 seasons. However, here at the Nurburgring Grand Prix, GR.3 cars is allowed to be used. And tell me if I'm wrong, Folksy, is it 1 times fuel and 1 times tires here tonight?
Yes, it is. Obviously, different pre-seasons. We're going to have a lot of pre-seasons. We really want to get these settings right. So, obviously, every week the settings will change. Just like try and find the best settings for the league, so we can move on and becoming to making Gran Turismo popular, as same as F1. Obviously, Prospects is a really good league. Everyone here loves it. F1's really big, so I think it's time that we try and introduce new games. I'm planning in the future there will be definitely more games in the future, but we're taking it step by step. Racing games.
Well, as it is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Obviously, Gran Turismo 7 just got released. Once it first got announced that it was coming out this year, it was a big thing. Everyone wants to get it. Everyone has it, right? And we just love racing, and we're going to provide you by bringing a new game, new start. Let's go.
Honestly, cannot wait for the season to start, and this is going to be giving the people back at home a little bit of a tester, a little bit of a trailer, you like to say, when it comes to the real season when it starts. However, here we're actually testing out a little bit of things, because one thing that Folksy and I were actually talking about is that when it comes to Gran Turismo compared to Formula 1 lobbies, a little bit more intricate with everything. You need to make sure that you have, like, well, how we're doing it, we're doing balance of performance is on with no tuning, and it gives these drivers a little bit of a different challenge ahead of them with which car they would like to use. Of course, each race will be having a certain selective of cars to use in that race. And of course, with pre-season testing, all the drivers are going to go out with any single car that they got. Going to go with any tires that they want. Of course, maximum tires is going to be the racing softs. The minimum tire choice is going to be the racing hards. and it's going to be different with the pit strategies as well. So we're also going to be testing the how much fuel each of those cars will go out there, what type of pit stops everyone's going to be doing, just so you guys back at home is going to be rewarded with an extraordinary season here at Prospects. But so far we actually have Budge 84 currently with the fastest lap, a 159.335 around the Nurburgrin Grand Prix. And of course, I think a lot of people would be a little bit scared if they saw the Nurburgring name for the first preseason testing, but of course it's the Grand Prix layout. Is not going to be Nordschleifer. We don't hate our members, of course, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, obviously we want to keep the tracks short. There are some big tracks. I'm not going to tell the tracks obviously in the season. I'm not the one who know. I'm going to have to tell the other people in this league, and you tell the admins and all that. Make sure I've got their approval. But I picked out some really good tracks, and I know a few of tracks what will be so hard for the drivers, and the tracks some tracks what they are. I'll clearly see who's the best of the best in this bunch of drivers. Also, we are trying to get more drivers in. We're trying to recruit people. We're trying to focus on GR3 cars, but if we do get another tier, we'll be like doing GR4 and then Super Formula. So yeah, we'll just be interested in starting lane. So yeah, really good. So can't wait.
I think it'll be pretty amazing to see who will be making themselves an appearance in the races. Of course, we are actually currently on board with Mason98, who has actually just gotten into the pit lane, testing out the time of that pit lane, and the thing about it is that completely different, and Mason loses it a little bit right ahead of Simster as they both go around side to side, and Simster's the one that comes out on top. But you can see even in this practice, these drivers are giving themselves a little bit of a taste of the track out there. And we have a new fastest lap out there of Paul K on the I like to say the overpowered Peugeot RCZ that's out there right now. And if you guys played the sport mode, you already know how powerful that Peugeot can be in this game.
Yeah.
And well, he's going to be utilizing it best, a 158.202 so far for the Peugeot driver.
Yeah, really good lap. Like I say, it's already practice, and I think this is qualifying because obviously race just good start, fastest lap, so I'll take this as qualifying. Yeah, Paul K's got a car ahead of him. I think it's Angie Kimlin. I can't pronounce his name right. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. But I don't think it's going to cause any trouble unless he also brakes. But yeah, I'm just happy to see the drivers are looking really good on the track. There's some wee mistakes, but that'll get fixed during the season. A lot of stunning cars. Some drivers are stunning. I'm going to have to take your focus on Simster. The Mazda he's driving looks so future. Like a car from the future, and it sounds so good.
Wait, who again?
Simster.
Oh, Simster. Oh, there he is. Yep. For some reason I was looking at Chameleon, but
yeah.
But yeah, Simster with that Mazda, and that's the one thing about this game as well. You see a lot of those quote-unquote VGT cars here in Gran Turismo, of course, made by Gran Turismo in collaboration of those said manufacturers. And actually, if you listen to the engine on that Mazda, you can actually potentially hear a familiar sound when it comes to Formula One.
I'm gonna have to say it sounds like a little bit like Alpine.
It does, doesn't it? It reminds me a little bit of like the older Formula One cars, like potentially the early 2000s of Formula One, but
yeah.
But of course, a lot of these drivers in different cars gives a whole other spectacle out here tonight, and we're just going to be waiting a few more minutes for a few drivers to make their way through into the session. Hopefully they're going to be able to make it in time for preseason testing, And the one thing I actually do gotta say though about this game is that I hope they fix their lobbies, mainly because if you actually flash back to the predecessor of Gran Turismo Sport, the lobbies, especially when you're trying to do commentary on it, it just looks a whole lot better in a way.
Yeah.
But like, if you guys didn't know, in Gran Turismo Sport, you can actually connect your keyboard to your PlayStation. You have a whole other set of keybinds to where you can instantly switch from first to last with just a touch of a button. You can choose which camera angle that you would like. You would actually be able to put on those pop-ups to say what the current lap time is, what car they're in, what their name is, of course, and what helmet they actually have as well. But we haven't been gifted with that as of yet in Gran Turismo 7. I hope they add it soon, because it's just going to give a whole other spectacle to racing in different esports leagues, including prospects.
Yeah, and obviously we've only got 15 more minutes and then the race will begin.
15 more minutes.
Yep.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, you heard that from the man himself, a Folksy. 15 minutes left of practice for everyone to make their way into the pit lane and get themselves ready for the race start, as why not actually just improves to second fastest out there with a 159.283, just got above Budge there, but Budge just making his way back out of the pit lane. And let's see if he can answer back the two Irish going after each other. A few British, a few Irish, and a few American in here. So it's going to be giving a whole other spectacle to these drivers out here tonight. But we got people from around the world in prospects, and you got to love the variety.
Yeah. Like, obviously we accept everyone. Like, if you're watching this league and you want to get involved, like, have a shot. Like, everyone says, oh, when an esports team says, oh, do you want to join a league? You'll be like, oh, I'm too slow. No one's too slow. Like, everyone believes in each other. We're all friends here. We're really good racers. We race hard, we race fun, and it is a very good race to have very good people in this league. Obviously, it doesn't matter if it's F1. Obviously, F1 is our main priority, as it's the biggest thing in prospects. I'm not comparing Gran Turismo 7 to F1, but I'm saying that once this has been out for years, I think that at this time, in 2 years' time, it could be the same level as F1, but F1 will grow even more. So like the level what F1's at right now, that's where Gran Turismo 7 will be in 2 years' time, and F1 in 2 years' time will be sky high. We'll be having a lot of things happening. If I don't want to expose it all, but I'm just saying, the future is looking bright.
Of course, the future is always bright here in Prospects eRacing League. It looks like it's actually getting a little bit darker here at the Nurburgrin here in Germany, but Paul now has improved his time to a staggering 1:57.438 for Paul K. That is going to be a time, and that is going to be the one to watch here tonight, the Peugeot RCZ, an extraordinary car out there, and it's just been dominant throughout Gran Turismo so far. So we might actually have to ban that car potentially, folksy, as it is really overpowered here in this game. However, all these drivers are still going to give it their all, no matter what sort of engines they have, no matter what sort of aerodynamic package they have on those cars. They're still going to give it their all and fight against the disadvantages. But
let's see. You were saying something.
Yeah, I'm actually just trying to figure out what to say, to be honest with you here, folksy. As it is a bit of a new game for prospects, of course there's going to be mixed opinions of the actual game compared to what we've been used to at Formula 1. But hopefully these people like it. I love the game, I love the franchise. Of course, recently with the let's say with the payouts of the game, there's been huge speculation on this game, as the player rating of this game has actually gone down below Battlefield 2042. And that is staggering to me.
I don't know if that's good or not. I don't play Battlegrounds. That's good. I don't.
Oh, Battlefield 2042 was a complete disaster, I gotta say. It
And
was a
this is below
complete
it.
disaster. And this actually went worse. I think the rating on this game was probably around a 1.6 out of 10
Oh,
because of that whole update, and I think that we just have to wait for the developers of the game back at Gran Turismo just to give them a little bit of a break. We don't really entirely know what goes on behind the scenes. Same goes with admins in the divisions. And that's actually what we're focusing on here actually as well. We wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to all of the admins and prospects for all their hard work throughout Formula 1, throughout the seasons, continuous seasons. And of course, we're actually hoping for a little bit more when we're actually expanding to both computer Formula 1, PC F1, and also Xbox, as their season is going to be starting pretty soon as well. So please make sure to stay in tune with those ones as well. It's going to be an extraordinary divisions out there. Let's see if they can actually match up to the PlayStations.
yeah, like obviously, when I heard that announcement, it's like, oh my god, this is gonna get so good. This league is going to be the best, like esports league out there. So I'm so glad to be a part of it. I never want to leave. Like, this is the racing I want to see every week. Like, it's just brilliant. Simster and Mason's actually having a mini battle right now, so it's actually quite interesting to watch.
But Mason's
Simster has
the one
backed
that,
off.
yeah, Simster has backed off. Did not want to interfere with Mason's lap there, but Mason's going to be trying to reach the timing line, crossing the line with a unfortunate actually that was a 250, so it looks like he just came out of the pit lane potentially for Mason. And of course running the Toyota, I believe that is the VGT Toyota. I'm not too sure. Wish that the game would actually give us that prompt that would allow us to see that. But we're just gonna have to wait for that update to finally come out, if it comes out.
Ooh, Paul K, 157.1. I am considering banning that car. That is too overpowered. Also, every other driver's getting like 2 minutes, and that car is just fine. It might be the driver, you don't know. There's a lot of cars with OP. Like, it changes every time, so.
But do you know what I would do actually?
Yeah.
Of course, here tonight we're just gonna let the drivers choose what cars that they would want. But I think just to give it a little bit of an even sort of battle with those drivers, do you think, like, of course it's all up in the air right now, ladies and gentlemen, but do you think that we could potentially be looking at a fixed car for each race?
Not really. What I'm planning to do is just have the same car for the same season like it's F1. Because, like, we don't really want to be changing cars, because obviously I'll muck up the championship, so like, it's 14 cars, 14 drivers, hopefully, and they'll be given a specific car where, like, we'll be doing draws, so...
Oh,
Paul.
huge incident there between Paul and Budge. We do not like to see that. Paul just staying on the racing line. Budge re-enters the track, slowing down to give him a piece of his mind as he passes by. Do not want to make an Irishman mad, I can definitely tell you that. But Budge is going to drive away in that Hulk-styled Volkswagen Beetle as he makes his way around. But what would you say? I remember you saying earlier about some of the tracks, you're gonna hide it a little bit from the drivers out there and the community a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a taste of like surprise for those drivers. But let's say instead of the big cars, big tracks, what sort of tracks are we gonna be looking around? Like some from the Formula 1 game, or we're gonna be seeing some whole new sort of tracks here, exclusive to Gran Turismo?
I can't admit there will be, like, I'm pretty sure there's 3 tracks in the Formula 1 game what's in this game. All the rest are different tracks we've never seen before, tracks where drivers not even driving before. Like, if it's in practice, just do it, but like, they've not driven on like YouTube. But the season calendar, I think it starts strong. Middleway, it starts to like get entertaining because everyone loves the middle of the season, because that that shows who's at the top, who's fighting for the championship. At the end of the season comes back, it, like comes to the decider, and I'm trying to base the tracks on that. Like I'm trying to base like the best overtaking tracks for the end as well, and have it in the middle and the start. Obviously, I want a close championship this season, so I'm just trying to pick the tracks out. Obviously, this is a learning curve, first season, so I have a little bit of experience. I got experience of it. Obviously, I need to get used to the game. Obviously, new game, different settings. It's very the same to Cancel Sport. It's very easy to get used to. Obviously, we've got a lot of people in this league what know so much. So, like, I'm learning everything new. Like, I'm learning everything that I already know, but just a little bit better. So it's giving me more experience, you know, to watch these drivers, plan out. Oh, what's next race? What can happen better in the next race? What can we improve on next race? What can the drivers improve on? How would we solve this problem? Like, it's all about solving problems and how to improve. And that's just what we have to do for going on forward. And just to say that we have 6 minutes to go.
Alright, 6 minutes to go until we start off this race. Of course, these drivers are going to be giving themselves a little bit of practice to see where they line up in this practice session, to see who's going to be the fastest driver out there so far, who's going to be the slowest. I think it's with the I totally agree with you actually, folks. See, with the preseason, it's going to be practically both us as commentators, you as helping out with the leader, comes out with the admins of the division, comes out with the drivers as well. It's all about troubleshooting at this point to see how, as you said, how we can improve, what needs to be changed, what needs to be like a little bit of tweaks. It's just fine tuning throughout, and then we'll be set for the race and season start. But I'm actually currently looking at Angry Chameleon and AFS Natty, who's giving themselves a little bit of a battle. Both of the Porsches going at it, and that's what we like to see. Actually, funny enough, both of them in the same car, so it's going to be having around the same pace. It's going to be close racing between those two here tonight, and I think that's going to be one to watch here as well.
Yeah, obviously, I like Natty's livery, the Golf, that livery. It's really nice. Obviously, we're trying to.
Oh,
nice.
There he goes into the wall, potentially looking at damage as well on that Porsche as he squeaks his way back onto the track. A little bit of damage, as you can see, on that front left. So he's going to be getting a little bit of a drag, and going to be tough to go around those corners just slightly. So he's going to have to go into the pit lane potentially for a new front bumper. Or if you watch the NASCAR series, they're gonna be out there with like mallets and hammers trying to bang that front bumper back into shape. But so far, Natty's gonna stay out there as he's making his way into Sector 4 now. And unlike Formula 1, not only 3 sectors every single track, we're looking at potentially around 5 or 6 depending on the size of the track as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, I want every driver to go out of the pits. Everyone who's in the pits, I would like them to go out, you know, just like get a lap. And I don't think TD Silver is done a lap yet, but I would like everyone who's in the pits just to go out. Obviously, I think like the positions what they're in right now is where they start. So like, say Paul K will start 7th, obviously fastest lap. I don't think it'll happen though. I think he will start first. Just check how long we've got. 3 minutes to go.
So we're gonna go when that clock on the bottom left hits 32. Is that the clock on the bottom left? Do you not see that? The timer?
Yeah.
So are we gonna go that when that hits 32?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so now 2 minutes left of practice for these drivers as they make their way around the Nurburgrin Grand Prix. And this is going to be the last chance. The final lap now with 2 minutes left. Of course, the fastest we saw was a 157.171 from Paul K. And these drivers, the average time is looking at around just over 2 minutes. Probably a 2 minute and a second. Probably 2 minutes, 2 seconds. And it just varies between them all.
Yeah, but obviously, coming to the race, I'm looking forward to this. what can I say? I'm looking forward to every race happens in this league.
And of course, we all do. And if you guys back at home are wondering how we actually get here in time every single time for a race, and it's pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you see that red button that says subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure the notification bell is completely filled so you're notified every single time Prospects eRacing goes live. If you're enjoying the concept here for Gran Turismo 7 for Prospects eRacing League, make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you put in a comment as well about how we can improve in your opinion, or just saying like what we can improve if you like it or not. And we are always going to be looking at the comments as well. So big 6 people watching here tonight for the preseason race of Gran Turismo 7. Hope everyone's having a good day. And now, with that being said, half a minute left, 30 seconds until we make our way towards the checkered, well, not the checkered flag, the green flag to start off this race.
Yeah, it's getting close now. I bet the drivers say, oh no, like once they see season starts soon, they'd be like, oh no, they'd be panicking. Like, as a driver, you don't want to panic.
Yep, you always want to keep your head. And now there's the clock, ding ding ding, 3 seconds, and we're about to get underway as Angry Chameleon makes his way around the corner. Kevo's in the chat saying, hey guys, and I think it's time to get this show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are at the starting grid, waiting for the lights to make their way out, and we can start this Nurburgrin Grand Prix layout.
Just hopefully everyone goes off the line. I don't think TD Silver could get into the pits. I don't know. But
oh, here they go. 4 red lights and green lights. Go, go, go.
Oh!
Someone has been in reverse at the start. They forgot to go into drive. Simster is in the wrong gear to start off this race. Completely hits everyone right behind him on the inside. Mason's in the chat. Hello to you, my man. Good luck to you out there. Unfortunate for that race start. Tita Silva doesn't look like he started his engine out there, so he's going to be struggling to make his way around turn 1. But so far, Paul K, what a start. Already 5 turns, and he's already ahead by more than a second off of Budge. We also see the Fluff in third, with AFS Natty creeping up the rear in that Porsche. Let's see if he can close that gap.
yeah, hopefully we want close racing. We really want, and like, oh, getting a little bit too close.
Yep, a little bit of contact.
But this, just stick on with Natty. I think Paul K's got a little bit too much.
Oh, and there goes Fluff taking too much of the curb there. He's gonna go right behind Natty as we see Natty pull away a little bit. Both of them looking at a little bit of damage. Natty on the front, Fluff a little bit on the rears and the right side of that front bumper. You can see a lot of missing paint out there on that Ferrari, but he's gonna still be pushing now down to 4th as they make their way around this sweeping left and right hand corner, the S sector right before this long straight. We also have a battle for 5th with Crazy Skater and Why Not C as they're making their way down that S corner as well. Why Not C has the faster exit. He's gonna look on the inside potentially of that Mazda in the Mercedes. Of course, Crazy Skater looking on the inside. He's going to defend that corner. Why Not? With the later braking, they're still going to go side to side into the chicane. A little bit of contact between the two, but they give the space, and Why Not moves up to 5th place. Simster closing in that gap as well with that battle.
Wow, this is some race already. This has got our up on our seat, ready for overtakes. 21 laps. I'm pretty sure it was a bit too long, but we want a long race. Oh, Mason's lost it. He's got a penalty. Mason is the first person to get a penalty.
Oh, Mason got a penalty? Oh, he hit the wall. Just spun around the final corner of that lap. And he's going to have to serve that time penalty before the end of this race. We also see Tita Silva, who's just basically making out with Yokohama in the wall there. And for Tita Silva, it looks like he had a little bit of an AFK session there. But so far, the closest battle that I'm seeing is going to be with the Fluff and Natty for that podium position. Natty's pulling away a little bit off of Fluff, but Actually, or is he though? Fluff with a little bit of a faster exit as we now go on board helmet cam for the Fluff as he makes his way through this sweeping hairpin, trying to stay in that second gear, make your way up to third, and close that gap. Purple sector there for Fluff. But of course, we still have 19 laps. Fluff with a little bit of a drift around that corner. Is going to lose him a few tenths as he makes his way on the uphill. And that's going to mess up his chance of trying to catch back up there with Natty. The field is spread out a little bit, I gotta say. But still, these drivers giving it their all, trying to practice here around the Nurburgrin, as it is a pretty difficult track out here, folksy. And actually, talking about it, what is your opinion of this track?
I like the track. Also, there is one corner I don't like the hairpin. I think that's just too tight. But the rest of the track's fine. It's a fast-moving track. Fast laps going in. But like drivers also just need to get used to the track. Need a little bit more practice of the track. Like it's all about like who's practiced more and who everyone takes different lines. So like they're dependent on someone to make a mistake at any time, because in this game it's easy to lock up, it's easy to hit the curb and lose control a little bit.
Oh, just like the Fluff does as he goes into the wall, as he gives himself a 1.5 time penalty, loses the position on Why Not. Simster is going to be trying to catch up to him now. Fluff could be looking at some front bumper damage on that Ferrari as the gap now closes to under a second. We're actually going to go on board with Simster to see if he's going to get this position here. A little bit of a broadcast on the passenger seat here for Simster as he's closing the gap a little bit with that Mazda. Listen to that engine purr out there, folksy, as that Mazda engine makes his way down. He's looking on the inside. Fluff does give the space, but Fluff's hold on to that position. Kevo, how are you doing? Justin and folksy, we're doing fine actually. Good to see you, Kevo. Really love to have you in the chat. Always love to communicate with my the viewers in the chat. I want to encourage that as well. But Fluff is trying to hold off as much as he can on Simster. Simster has a better line. He's going to look around the inside here. But he couldn't get the position.
And he will be getting slowed down. I'm pretty sure he'll be getting slowed down after this corner. And just to say, Kibble, I'm doing really good to answer your question again. But yeah, Fluff, I think, has had a little bit of moment. I've heard him skid. He has. He went wide. But he will be forced to decelerate at the next penalty line. And it's right here. So Simster will get past him. He will turn Ghost, I think. No, he doesn't turn Ghost. I'm pretty sure Ghosting is off. I need to turn that on. Just in case, you know.
I think it's good to actually keep it off, actually. It gives these drivers a little bit of testing out their reaction times out there through these corners and through those incidents. And of course, that's when it comes down to the FIA as well. If they make collision, we'll just go down to our stewards here in Prospects. But Simster now up to 5th. Fluff has now fallen down from 3rd to 6th within 3 laps. So not a good start there for Fluff.
Yeah, I really don't know what's up with Ted Silver. I need to investigate that. He's just parked up on the side. I really don't know what's happening. So I don't know if he's having a glitch or not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on over there for Tita Silva. Looks like he has left the car, and we're just gonna wait for the crane to come up. Of course, you see the Prospects eRacing League logo on the side of that Supra, and that's what we're gonna be encouraging. We're gonna be trying to find out. Well, actually, here we go. We're gonna make a little bit of a promotion. If you guys here watching, either yourself or you know someone that is good at liveries for for Gran Turismo 7, we are looking for a graphic designer for those cars out there. And be a part of the Prospects admin family, commentators family, any family of Prospects. Oh, one same family, one same community. And we want to actually gift these drivers a little bit of a livery out there to promote both themselves as well as Prospects eRacing League. And we do want to encourage that if the drivers want to make their own, free all means, creative freedom to all of those drivers out there. Of course, nothing provocative, but we're just gonna have to see how these drivers make those liveries. But so far, Pole K with an extraordinary lead now of 7 seconds, and that's what I was telling you earlier, folks. See, that RCZ extraordinarily quick on those straights.
Yeah, it's really fast. I do have that car in the lineup, so I will be taking that off. I didn't realise any OP cars just yet. Obviously, preseason I need to know these things so I get the right cars. But other than that, we need to find a way how the drivers will afford the cars. Obviously, they'll need to buy the car. It's 450 grand. I'm pretty sure you can do. If you go to world circuits, you can do like mini races, and you've got like 70 grand. If you just do them, complete them, you'll get the money, you'll get the 450 grand, and then you'll buy the car, and then make sure you buy the tyres as well.
Yeah, of course. That's actually the one thing that makes it a bit different. With Gran Turismo 7, they're trying to go back to their roots of like Gran Turismo 2, Gran Turismo 4, where it's a whole, it's just a huge map of different areas with the world circuits, with the sport mode, with multiplayer. You also have the used car dealership, you have the brand central, you have the legendary cars. And I actually like that concept. Of course, the main reason why, as we were talking about it earlier, actually at the beginning of this, where we were talking about the player rating of Gran Turismo going so low, was that after there was like a huge update to Gran Turismo 7 about changing the outputs of the currency in each of the races, and they were trying to make it as close to the real life scenarios as possible. And that's the one thing that a lot of these gamers online of Gran Turismo don't really realize, is that there's a lot of money that goes into purchasing all of these cars. And of course, I think the in-app purchases of like trying to buy currency could be changed. But of course, Gran Turismo, this game has only just come out. They're looking for the long run. They're not really looking for like like a game that they change every single year. They try to make this last as long as possible. Like, how long did Gran Turismo Sport last? Like, when was that made?
Sure it was 4. I'm probably sure it's 5 years when the next game came out.
Yeah, like Gran Turismo Sport came out in 2017, and Gran Turismo 7 came out just a few months ago. So it's like just under just over 4 years, just under 5 years as well. So like October 2017, to the people that are curious. But yeah, it is a little bit different from the transition from sport mode, well, Gran Turismo Sport to Gran Turismo 7. But I think that we just have to be patient at the end of the day with with the developers out there, because the amount of stuff that goes into making a game, it is mind-boggling at points.
Yeah, like they say they're going to be like maybe updating it like twice a month, or maybe I think it was just like once a month. But if that happens, like maybe like we get closer battles, faster cars, more GT3 cars, more GT4 cars, or to like make the lobbies better. But rather than that, like I would like to have like about more players. Like we can only have 16, and we need two off for like commentators, so we only have 14 drivers.
Yeah.
I would like them to have at least 20 drivers, so like we can have like about say like 18 racing. That's like,
well, hopefully 22, so they have 20 racing and 2 commentators.
True.
But I'm actually looking at a battle. Yeah, we're currently looking at a battle for 4th here with Why Not and Simster. Why Not's going to be looking on the inside here at the end of the straight into the chicane. And Simster gets pushed off at the track into that corner. Why Not just mistiming the braking zone there, as he respectively slows down to give Simster a little bit of a leeway after that contact. But yeah, unfortunate there for Simster. I'm probably looking at damage at the end of that contact. But now we are entering lap 7 out of 21 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And these drivers are still going to give it their all. I'm just waiting. Actually, since it's around almost the halfway point, let's actually look at the tire wear on those cars out there. And the softs actually last pretty well, and same with the fuel. So these drivers could be making a no stop here. So what we might have to do at this track, actually, folksy, we might have to make it a 3 times on both.
Yeah.
just so we can encourage like pit strategies and stuff like that. But so far, a lot of the drivers are able to manage their fuel, manage their tires pretty well out there. So they're just gonna have.
Fluff.
Oh, Fluff goes into the pit lane.
I'm just gonna watch to see how he does, like how the pits like is on stream if you want to.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Alright.
He's approaching his pit crew now.
I do feel the pits are a bit too long though.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you compare it to the real life, what's called, like, even Formula 1, to be honest with you, it's not that much of a change. It's not that much of a difference.
Yeah.
It's usually around 20 seconds. It's just that within those 20 seconds, you're able to watch the car go through instead of just watch the pit crew. So I think there's a little bit of difference in that as well. But Fluff now re-enters the track with a new set of hards out there. And he's going to fall down to 9th place after that that pit exit. I think he should have stayed out on those set of softs, but it's good to see him testing out the pit stops to see how long it would actually take. Same goes with Mason as he exit out of the pit lane a few laps earlier with a set of softs.
Yeah, like Hardy. I think his name is I don't know his name.
Hardy?
But yeah, it's in 5th place. I think it's not C.
Oh, why not C? Yeah, sorry, I have it to where it shows their gamer tag instead of their nicknames. Of course, in Gran Turismo you have nicknames. Actually, you know, we actually might just use those nicknames. Why not?
Yeah, not to give any information out, like
Well,
off the drivers. So.
Yeah, and some of them actually already use their gamer tags as their nicknames. Look at AFS Natty. Exactly the same as his gamer tag out there, but we're still following this battle for 4th with what's called now Simran and Hedgehog. T De Silva is actually out on the track now, so he's finally woken up after sleeping for that restart. Well, not restart, but sleeping after the race start, and he's gonna be pushing through. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, but obviously I think this is the only closest battle, obviously. Oh no, Andy Taman and Crazy Scare is very, very close to each other.
Where to? Oh, Crazy Skater, yeah, I see them now. It's a Mazda versus a Porsche out there. And, oh, the Porsche has a little bit of a slip. Angry Chameleon had a little bit of a slip there through that sweeping right-hander. Crazy Skater is going to be trying to make up on it, but that Porsche just has a very, very good engine compared to that Mazda.
Yeah, like, some cars are faster than some other cars, but obviously it doesn't matter about the guy. Oh, sorry, bless me.
Bless you.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, one more for the show.
Yeah, more for the show. More entertainment. Foxy sneezing technique. Nah, it's... Some cars are faster than other cars, I mean, but it just depends who the driver is. If the driver is really good and feels comfortable with the car, like, go for it. Like if they have the right braking zones, release brakes, early on the accelerator, like, half the chance the slower car actually becomes faster than the faster car. It just depends how people drive, and a lot of people who's driving have different driving techniques.
Well, it's a lot of these drivers making themselves unique here in prospects. But I'm looking at that battle up for 4th there. Simran is holding against his life against Hardy Hedgehog. So we have a Haas, oh not a Haas, oh, Jesus, a Haas, I'm thinking Formula 1. A Mazda versus a Mercedes. And then we have a Mazda versus a Porsche for that 6th place as well. So it's an Irish versus a Brit around Sector 3 now. And you can see that Mazda of Simran trying to hold on for his dear life against that Mercedes AMG right behind him as well. But I think that's the one thing that the Mazda has over that Mercedes, is just it has a better aerodynamic package on that car. And we could definitely see into these corners that Mazda really coming out on top here.
Yeah. Mazda are a really good car, but the Mercedes has closing the gap right now. I don't know if Simram Grant had a moment, but can hardly the Hedgehog make the move? Is he going to do it? Where's he going to send it?
Doesn't look like he's going to send it here. Unless it's around the outside. He's trying to put his nose in there. Simran mistimes that chicane, luckily enough to not get a time penalty. But of course, that's when we're going to have stewards to award those drivers with time penalties if the game doesn't allow it, and they'll have to serve that at the end of this race. But Hedgehog now with a faster exit around the final corner. He's looking around the inside. There's a drag race down into turn 2 on that double right-hander, the slight right-hander now, and then the hairpin. Can Hedgehog hold on to that 4th place? Simran having the aerodynamic advantage through the corners. He's done the switchback, but he's now around the outside. Does he have it now? Oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact. No, Hedgehog is still fighting. He's looking on the inside here into this this double hairpin here, and Hedgehog now comes out with that 4th place position. Simran tried to defend it with that aerodynamic package of the Mazda, but just fell down behind the Mercedes as he punted. A huge punt there for Simran as Hedgehog has to go off the grass and cutting that corner. That's going to be unfortunate if he's awarded with a time penalty there. But Simran, that's going to be one to watch of that from the FIA practically in this race.
It's just pre-season, so we might be just like drivers are still getting used to like this, obviously being in a league race is.
Well, I'm talking about like making the regulations, like how much it would be like awarded.
Yeah. We will be having like I'll just put penalties to week now, obviously for like drivers to get. The Hedgehog just went wide. I'm going to cut him hardly. Simrad is now close enough, but I'm saying like I've got it to week so people like can get used to driving like under pressure, because league racing is like when you're driving in a league is so much pressure. But here comes Simran. Can he make the move down the outside? Remember last time they touched, went wide. Is it going to happen again? There's more space in it. Simrad went a little bit wide, but had to back off. And like back to what I'm saying, once like drivers are fully like happy with it, they'll start introducing strong penalties. So like they'll be getting penalties for like corner cutting, crossing the white line at the pen entry, maybe not car collisions. If you hit a car, like, we'll decide that for the stewards, because we don't want to have, like if it's just a little tap and you get a penalty for it, it's not fair. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Gonna turn back to number 7. He's dropped back quite a bit.
Oh yeah, Crazy Skater just really got caught off guard by Chameleon when he was in that 6th place position, but now the gap around 9 seconds between 6th and 7th. But now we are approaching the halfway mark of this race as we are now entering lap 11 out of 21 here. Paul K still with an extraordinary lead of 12.5 seconds off of Budge in 2nd in that Volkswagen Beetle. And you can see just how powerful that Peugeot is in this game.
Yeah, the last game it was a Toyota Supra, what was OP, and just shows how good like Gran Turismo is. Just shows that they can make a car fast, and we like to see it, but we want to see more close battles, like 15 seconds, 12 seconds, and all that. We don't want to see that.
Well,
like,
of
we've
course.
not seen that much pit stops, so maybe that's why. So
yeah, exactly. And a lot of these drivers are still going out there. Tina Silva still on lap 5 compared to Paul K, who is currently on lap 12. Of course, Tina Silva forgot to wake up in that driver's seat, and unfortunate for him. We actually have another guy in the chat here, Vercano Cruz, saying he needs to start first. Kevo just got the game today. Lemony Tang here saying, well done guys, how you doing? Lemony Tang, of course, tier 1 commentator for Prospects eRacing League F1, so love to see you in the chat as well, love to represent. But let's see how these drivers are making their way around. Paul K still with an extraordinary lead in first, with Budge with a pretty comfortable 2nd place, with Natty as well a comfortable 3rd place in this race. We also have Hardy in 4th after just passing Simran in 5th. We have Chameleon in 6th, down behind of Simran by just under 50 seconds. So that's a huge gap there between those drivers. Crazy Skater currently in 7th. We have Mason in 8th. Fluff down to 9th after making a pit stop. And T. De Silva a few laps down, I like to say, down in 10th. But he's still giving it his all. He's still trying to clock in those set of times out there. And let's see what sort of times he's going to be looking at as well as he makes his way around the circuit.
Yeah, let me thank
Yeah, he actually typed that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it.
He's the master.
Of course, we leave it to the originals, don't we?
Oh, Mason's getting blue flagged. He's getting lapped. Polky's using extreme slipstream right here to get past him.
Yep,
Is there any close battles? Oh, Simran. Oh no, that's Simster. No, that's Fudge. What's in between them? There's a couple car lengths. There's a car between 4th place and 5th place. So
yeah, that's the Fluff. Fluff currently in that Ferrari, just not having a race start. And there you go again with Simran cutting through that chicane. Really tough. Even though that Mazda has a really good aerodynamic package, really tough for him to make his way around. Fluff trying to fight against it. He's squeezing Simran into the inside there as he closes the gap. Simran trying to get past. Fluff is not respecting the blue flags out there on the field, and he needs to give up that position because he's holding off a driver out there. A little bit of contact between the two, and Fluff just continuously banging into him. What is the Fluff doing out there?
That's not what we want here. This will be his last race. That's shock, and he's getting blue flags. He needs to learn that's blue flags, and
even in pre-season, like even though it's pre-season, that is still catastrophic to see. That is not right. I'm sorry, but that's not right at all.
Yeah. Like, I like the Fluff, like, he's a funny guy, but come to that driving, it's just unacceptable. He held up Sinran, and like, he's just gained 2 seconds on him, and it's really not acceptable what he was doing, so we need to discuss this. And Fudge actually goes wide, so
goes into the gravel. Yeah, we definitely need to discuss this. We definitely do. With the admins, because that right there is unacceptable. Even if for pre-season testing, that is very, very unacceptable. And of course, guys, here in Prospect eRacing League, we do not encourage that sort of behavior on the track. We are looking at some clean. We want to see some clean, confident, competitive, but also respective racing out there. Sportsmanship is what we always push for out on the track and off the track as well.
Yeah. And I just say, Simran has gained 3 seconds on Hardley. It's now almost down.
Oh, there's a yellow flag up above. Natty has spun around the final corner, and Hardy is going to push his way now up to 3rd. We also have Simran going to be trying to get past. Natty hit with a 1.5 second time penalty. After that spin. That's unfortunate for him, making the collision with the wall. We could be actually taking that off as well, potentially. But Simran diving onto the inside there on AFS Natty. Clean overtake there for Simran. Natty's going to try and defend around the inside now of the next corner. But Simran is going to fight and keep that 4th place position as Fluff has just left the lobby. And it's tough to say, but it's tough to say.
Yeah.
It is tough to say that. Yep, we move on, of course. We move on.
Like, Natty just spun out of nowhere, and I'm absolutely considering taking penalties off. Like, we never want to see a driver get a penalty. It's like, I'm pretty sure he got that penalty for hitting a barrier, and like you really don't want to hit a barrier and then end up having a penalty. It will make things worse. So,
of course.
A lot more things to discuss after this race.
Definitely a lot to discuss. we definitely have a lot to discuss. We might have a meeting with the admins about discussing how to improve
Oh,
Gran Turismo.
Simran!
Oh, Simran! Look at that! Simran spinning around at the end of the S corner there. Probably caught a little bit of dirt on those set of rubbers, and I think that's the one thing that really that Gran Turismo has really done right. With the corner lines of these drivers out there, if they get a little bit of the grass, a little bit of dirt, just like in the real life scenario, it just swings that car around. But Simran is looking again on the inside at the end of that straight. Is AFS Natty going to defend? No, he cannot. He's going to try and catch him out on the exit of this chicane. But Simran, a good exit there. Natty still trying to close the gap, but this is where Natty spun around earlier. Can he hold it this time? Yes, he can, as he now closes the gap now under half a second. He's getting that slipstream on the inside of Simran. Simran trying to break the slipstream onto that corner, but AFS Natty is struggling to keep up with that Mazda.
Yeah, he's sending
a huge punt there from AFS Natty on Simran.
I would give that back. I would give that back.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Is, yeah.
And there he goes. Yeah, giving it back. And that's the one thing we like to see, even if there's a little bit of a collision out there on the track, just having the drivers say, hey, my bad, that's my fault, and giving them something back in return for that collision. And that is what I'm talking about with the sportsmanship out there, and that's what we like to encourage.
Yeah. And that just shows how much respect Natty has for the drivers on the track. He hit him, he apologised for it and give the position back. He'll say, you know what, I'll get you next time, next overtake will be cleaner, and it'll be a good overtake, hopefully. But Hardy now is just getting an 8-second gap on them.
Yeah, so you can really see that gap increase now, as those two drivers are going to be fighting themselves for that 4th place position. But, yeah, I think that what we might do is that we might actually have to have it to where it's like someone has to have a pit stop.
Yeah. But if you look at Paul K's tyres, they're getting bad, and every time he's turning the corner, you hear the tyres like sliding.
Yes, of course, but I think with us having it the one times, this is just gonna all be topics that we discuss with the admins at the end of the day, and the people running the league. And it just comes down to what we were talking about earlier with the preseason testing, where we're just going to have a bit of a troubleshooting out here tonight, give these drivers a little bit of practice on those cars, give us admins and commentators and everyone involved in the Gran Turismo a little bit of topics to discuss about to improve the division, and hope to see it be perfected once the season starts. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of speculation about when that's going to be, but hopefully it will be soon.
Yeah. And lap 16, it's been an alright race so far. Couple incidents, but we're getting there, getting to the end. Obviously, we still got a lot of people who want to race but are too busy to race today. So they can't, but hopefully we'll see a lot of drivers on Sunday.
Oh yeah, we will definitely. Hopefully, the drivers that are driving on Sunday, as Paul K just completely cuts that chicane there. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get a time penalty for that one. Of course, I actually remember with this track, the corner lines is a bit finicky with this track. Of course, Paul K not getting a time penalty for that corner cut there, so we're gonna have to discuss that with the admins as well. Discuss that as one of the topics.
Yeah.
And folks, this is actually just me being real. When are we gonna have that that talk potentially? Right after this race, or potentially tomorrow? What do you think?
Let's not get into that right now.
Okay.
Let's just keep this behind doors. Let's just keep it between us.
See, love that. That's a good test. I was testing you there, folksy. Good job. Love to see that. But
also, we don't want to give out too much information just yet. Obviously, we're just starting. So all the information I've got. Some other, I have told other people a lot about it. A lot of admins I need to tell, to say like, look, this is what we're doing, this is what's that. So just need to run it by then, but obviously people's busy, like with work, so I'm just going to, after this race, I'm going to text them saying, hi, look, quick chat about the GT7 League, if you want to know anything, just got a question, obviously about attachment, obviously talk to Shane more about it, like, obviously other questions, what, like, our expectations for the first season, obviously the comms team, we need to discuss, like if they're good to have, like, the two times, because obviously we're having two races on Sunday, one at 5 PM and one at 6, and one at 5 PM and one at 8 PM, GR.4 is on
and
6
that is
PM.
BST, right? British Standard Time, or GMT?
British time, yeah.
Oh, but look at now, Simran had himself a little bit of an incident, and AFS Natty's going to catch up on that mistake as Simran now falls down to 5th place. And you can definitely see those tires really starting to take a little bit of a beating out there.
Yeah, I feel like the 1 times is a bit too late, so like the tires are dying off right at the end. So like they'll be really struggling, so this will be held right after, like when we talk. Obviously, good car, getting out of the way. Obviously, well done, Casey Scooter. Well done to you for getting out of the way of that battle. Obviously,
Respecting the blue flag there as well. Love to see that.
Yeah.
But let's see this now. He is going to try and use a little bit of that slipstream as he is there. But Simran trying to get within the 7/10ths of Natty so he can get himself a little bit of slipstream. Still looks like that chicane is very tough on these cars out there, as a lot of the drivers are struggling to stay within the track limits.
Yeah, so a lot to discuss. Driver wise, they're really fine. Like, every driver out there is performing well, putting on a show for us, even though it's places never putting on a show. Like, congrats to them. Lap 18, like all well done to the drivers so far. Not had any dirty moves. Obviously, Natty and Simster came close and hit each other, but Natty, as soon as he got past, he let him go again. Overtook him, like, correctly, in the correct way. But other than that, every driver has been outstanding. And I'm just going to stop talking about this and let's get back to racing, because Simran can catch Natty and you could overtake him. I think Natty's had a moment, actually. No, he's not. I heard his tyre skating and I thought he spun. But,
well, you
yeah,
can see how close he is. He's looking on the inside here. Is he going to try and shoot himself into it? No, he cannot. He can only get very close to that diffuser. Almost a little bit of contact as we're currently on the passenger camera of Simran as they're making the way now on the uphill. This sweeping left and right hander, trying to take this with full throttle if you can, or if not, just take it with as fast as possible. Trying to keep that momentum for this short little sprint towards this 90-degree left-hander, and same goes with this sort of 80-degree right-hander on the downhill. I believe in the real-life Formula 1 is, as this track has appeared in Formula 1 before. Is this a DRS straight here, folksy? Because that's way before my time.
That's way before my time as well.
Oh, well, so the person that knows the answer to that is not in the comms box here right now. But,
yeah, like, I was born in early 2000s, like...
Well, same, I was born in 2001.
I'm born in 2004.
I'm older than you?
Yeah.
Nah, you're capping.
Why? No, why are you shocked about that?
Because it's your voice, mate.
But what do you mean my voice?
You sound a lot older than you really are.
I hate my voice. How old do you think I am? Oh, I
don't know, so I thought you were at least like 25.
What? What?
Legit, yeah. Like, how tall are you?
How tall am I? I'm 5'6".
Yeah, you're definitely 25. Come on.
I'm 17.
No, you're not. Plus 8. 17 plus 8. You're 25.
Now I'm gonna be 18.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm pulling your tail, folksy. When are you actually turning 18, mate?
June.
June?
Yeah.
Come on, give a date. So the people at home will know. Mark it in your calendars. Wait, June what?
29th. 29th.
29th? Wait, what does that make
Yeah.
you?
Cancer.
Oh, you're a Cancer, star sign, got it. Yeah, my basic, but behind over here being a Capricorn. I think a lot
Here
of
we
people
go.
are Capricorn. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
unicorn. I'm the oh, Simran gets a little bit on the grass there, but yeah, unicorn. The fun fact actually, the national animal of Scotland. Am I right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Scotland. Because I
Hey,
wasn't sure if it was Scotland or Ireland for some reason, and I know
what's
if
the
I got
animal?
that wrong. Wait, what?
What animal is the Scottish thing?
It isn't. It
What?
isn't, is it?
What's the animal? I never heard it.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Is it like
No.
which? I know that there's a country, I believe in the UK that has their national animal as a unicorn.
Our national animal is a Highland cow.
Then what? What did I?
It's probably
then-
Ireland.
Is it actually Ireland?
I don't know. But here goes Simster.
I know there's a country in the world that has their national animal as the
Oh,
unicorn.
Simster's making it. I think no, he's not. He looked for a second, but
Yeah, the camera settings on this. I have to spam square, just trying to get the right camera angle.
Yeah.
I hope they update their lobbies, man. I really do. It just makes it
Yeah.
better.
not long to go. 2 laps to go. Who's going to finish with 4th?
Oh, Simran, look at it now. He's looking on the inside here. He's gonna fight it. Of course, Nani gives the gives the space there. A little bit of contact between them two, I do believe, as Natty spins a
Oh.
little bit. Looks like they both hold themselves steady.
Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. You can do it. You can do it. 2 laps to go. Don't run your race now.
But now, actually, Poe has actually just crossed the line. He's going to be starting his final lap now with the fastest lap of a 157.291 in that Peugeot. So he's just had that extraordinary pace, and it goes to show how powerful that car is in this game.
Well, Simster had a little moment, but I'm pretty sure I've set the timer for a minute. So like, a lot of drivers will be having time, you know, to finish the
Yeah,
race.
of course. But now you can definitely see those two in fourth, Natty and Simran, battling it out down this long straight to this slight right-hander as they make their way now towards the chicane. And you can see Mason ahead. Simran's looking on the inside. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can through the chicane. Both of them cutting it a little bit.
Nice, well wide, and he's gaining an advantage. I would let that go and try and fit him in the last lap. Can seems to get the switchback of dreams, but he will have the slipstream. What way is he going to do? Go, oh, sorry, go, not do, go.
Go. Don't. Like the Simpsons. But
And then
nice.
say he goes slipstream.
Oi! They kept it
With a little bit
clean.
off.
They
did.
kept it. They kept it. You can see how close they are out there on the track.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I
What?
thought that was Hedgehog. There's a car right in front of him. I think it's Mason.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Hedgehog making a Hardy making a mistake. It is Mason. So Mason looks like he needs to get the way, but Simster's going on the outside and makes it, but goes wide.
Oh, and he spins, but actually right now we have to go inside on Paul K right now as he's coming around the final corner. He's gonna get the checker flag as he celebrates around the corner. Our preseason race winner here tonight of Paul K. What a race that he has had. A clean race from start to finish. A dominant race as well. You're also looking at Budge coming around the final corner. Can he yoink the fastest lap? No, he can't with those old set of tires. But he's still going to cross the line for a second place. What a race for those front two. We still have that battle. Actually, no, we don't. We don't have that battle anymore. Simran. Oh, and there goes the timer.
Yeah, the timer is done. Yeah. I wish we couldn't have timer.
We were gonna probably increase that timer, but yeah, of course, that's gonna be another thing that we talk about. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the preseason race here for Prospect eRacing League of GT7. We're still gonna be testing it out, trying to give it a little bit of, well, not a little bit, but like major thought about how to improve it. We're gonna talk back now, but ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we go live. Make sure that you hit the like button if you have enjoyed. Make sure you leave in the comments as well how we can improve. If you have any ideas, make sure you hit in the comments. I'm gonna have that up while we talk. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Friday, and we will see you next time. It's lots of love from me.
I'm Foxy, dude.
See you next time.